Stop and think for a second. What if everything that's happening in the world right now, the chaos, the storms, the protests, the fires, isn't just a coincidence? What if these events are part of a larger, more terrifying plan that's been unfolding for centuries? The ancient prophecies from the Bible, the Quran, and other sacred texts spoke of the signs of the end times. And what if I told you that these signs are already happening right now? What if everything we see unfolding is part of something far beyond our control? Something that we cannot stop? Today, we're uncovering the prophetic signs of the end times. These aren't just ancient stories or vague predictions. These are real warnings that have been passed down for thousands of years, and they are coming true right in front of our eyes. The world is changing fast, and the signs are getting clearer every day. As you look at the chaos around you, ask yourself, could this be the beginning of something much bigger, something the world is not ready for? In the next few minutes, we'll reveal the most important signs that are unfolding right now. Signs that could change everything you thought you knew about the future. But here's the thing, the clock is ticking, and once these events begin to unfold, we may not have the power to stop them. This video could be the most important one you watch all year. Make sure you hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay with me to discover what's truly happening behind the scenes. If you're still wondering, could we really be living in the last days? Keep watching. What we uncover next could shock you. Let's dive into the first prophetic sign, one that's already affecting our world today. One of the most chilling signs in both the Bible and the Quran is the rise of the Antichrist. This is a figure who will bring false hope to the world, a leader who will deceive billions with promises of peace, prosperity, and unity. But there's something darker lurking behind the surface. The Antichrist is not just a character from a story. He is the ultimate deceiver, someone who will lead the world into destruction. What's even more disturbing is that the stage for his rise could already be set. With the increasing global instability, rising political movements, and the desperate search for a leader to solve humanity's problems, we might be closer to the arrival of this figure than we think. In both Christian and Islamic tradition, the Antichrist, or the Dajjal, is said to appear in the final days, a figure so powerful and charismatic that he will convince even the most faithful to follow him. But this deception won't be immediate or obvious. He will come as a savior, offering the world what it's been searching for: peace, unity, and a solution to all the chaos. The question is, are we being prepared for this rise without even realizing it? Global leaders, social movements, and organizations are already working towards unification. But what if this unification is part of a larger plan to bring the Antichrist into power? Take a look at the political landscape. Every day, we hear about new leaders rising with promises of change and solutions. But history teaches us that when the world is desperate for a savior, it's easy to fall prey to deception. As we watch leaders gain power by appealing to people's emotions and fears, ask yourself, could this be the calm before the storm? Could this be the opening for the Antichrist to step onto the world stage? The Antichrist will be the ultimate symbol of deception. And the worst part is that many will never see him coming until it's too late. What if these leaders, these movements, these global shifts are part of a much larger plan? A plan that will end in destruction. It's not just about waiting for the Antichrist to arrive. It's about recognizing the signs now. while there's still time to prepare. Because once he comes, it may be too late to stop him. So what can we do? The key to recognizing the Antichrist's arrival is staying vigilant. The prophecies are clear, but it's up to us to recognize them. We may be closer to this terrifying event than we realize. But don't panic just yet. Understanding these signs could be our only chance to act in time. Natural disasters are becoming more frequent and more destructive. Floods, wildfires, earthquakes, hurricanes. They are happening all over the world with devastating force. And in both the Bible and the Quran, these catastrophic events are described as signs that the end times are near. But here's the real question. Are these just random occurrences, or are they something more? Could the earth itself be warning us that we're heading toward the final days? According to the Bible, the book of Revelation speaks of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, whose arrival is marked by widespread chaos and destruction. Earthquakes, famines, and pestilence are some of the signs that will precede the end. And it's not just the Bible. The Quran also warns of cosmic disturbances and natural calamities as signs of the day of judgment. Could the events happening in our world today be fulfilling these ancient prophecies? The evidence is hard to ignore. The rise in frequency and severity of natural disasters around the globe is no coincidence. Let's break it down. In recent years, we've seen some of the most intense natural disasters in history. Hurricanes in the Caribbean, wildfires in California, earthquakes in Japan. The list goes on. But what if these events are more than just natural occurrences? What if they are the Earth's way of telling us something bigger is coming? The prophecies said the Earth would tremble, the sun would darken, and the stars would fall. Could this be happening right before our eyes? The urgency here is undeniable. If these natural disasters are part of a larger divine plan, we need to start paying attention. The Earth is speaking to us, and the time to listen is now. We can't keep ignoring the growing signs of disaster and think it's business as usual. The frequency of these events is only going to increase, and we need to prepare ourselves for what's coming next. So how do we prepare? It's simple. Awareness is the first step. Recognize the signs, understand their meaning, and act accordingly. The Earth's warning is here. Are we ready to listen, or will we ignore the signs until it's too late? One of the most significant signs of the end times is the breakdown of society's moral fabric. Both the Bible and the Quran warn that in the last days, people will turn away from righteousness, embracing a world of lawlessness and corruption. Look around you. Crime rates are soaring, corruption is rampant, and society is losing its moral compass. Could this be the moral decay the scriptures warned about? In 2 Timothy, there should be 3:1-5, Paul warns that people will become lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud. Today, we see people consumed with materialism, fame, and self-interest. Doesn't this sound eerily familiar? The moral decay we are witnessing is a direct reflection of what was foretold. As the foundations of society crumble, it's becoming increasingly difficult to tell right from wrong. Is this a sign of the end, or just a normal shift in society? The Bible and the Quran both tell us that this is a sign of things to come. The rise of social media and the constant push for instant gratification are changing how we view the world. What was once considered wrong is now accepted as normal. The decline in morals is more evident than ever. And it's not just about personal choices. It's about how society as a whole is shifting. Is this the lawlessness the scriptures spoke of? The signs are clear, but many of us are too distracted to notice. Why is this so urgent? Because when society loses its moral foundation, it creates the perfect environment for evil to flourish. The world will continue to slide into chaos unless we recognize this shift and take action. But it's not too late. By turning back to righteousness and reestablishing moral values, we can still change the course of history. The choice is ours. As we continue, remember, moral decay is one of the most dangerous signs of the end times. If we don't act now, we could lose everything. Let's explore the next sign, one that's taking shape across the globe. War has always been a part of history, but the Bible and the Quran tell us that in the last days, conflict will reach unprecedented levels. We are already seeing the beginnings of this now. Nations are arming themselves, tensions are rising, and the threat of global war looms larger every day. Are we on the brink of World War III, or is this the fulfillment of prophecy? Jesus warned of wars and rumors of wars, Matthew 24:6. And today we're hearing more of these rumors than ever before. The major powers of the world, the United States, China, Russia, are all on edge. Tensions between these countries are growing, and it's not just about politics, it's about the fate of the world. Could this be the lead-up to a final conflict? Could we already be living in the shadow of war? The Bible and the Quran both describe a time when nations will rise against each other, and the final battle will determine the fate of humanity. Could the political chaos we're witnessing today be setting the stage for this final war? The signs of global conflict are undeniable, and we need to recognize them before it's too late. The urgency here cannot be overstated. If we continue down this path, we might find ourselves in a conflict that destroys everything. We cannot wait for war to come to us. The signs are here. We need to act before it's too late. Let's take a closer look at the final, most powerful sign, the ultimate hope that will arise in the midst of this destruction. Stay with me. After all the chaos, after all the destruction, there is one final sign, the return of Christ. For Christians, this represents the second coming of Jesus Christ, who will defeat the forces of evil and restore peace. For Muslims, the return of Jesus, Isa, represents the ultimate victory over the Dajjal, Antichrist. This is the moment of ultimate redemption. The return of Christ is a promise of hope. After all the suffering and turmoil, the world will be restored to peace, justice, and righteousness. But here's the catch. His return won't be a distant event. It's happening soon, and the signs are all around us, unfolding in real time. Now more than ever, the world needs hope. The return of Christ offers that hope. But we must be ready. Are we living in a way that prepares us for his return? The signs are clear, but it's up to us to respond. Let's be ready. The future is in our hands. And with the return of Christ, a new world will begin. Will you be part of it? Thank you for watching. If this video opened your eyes, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with those you care about. The end times are upon us, and it's time to prepare for what's coming.